We are just heading into Svalbard, which will be our last port of call before we make the passage to Svalbard. Got to get some shopping and some fuel, but it's 4 in the morning and absolutely beautiful. We've also picked up the rest of our crew. We've now got Randy and Gurmit on board. They're joining us for the Svalbard trip. Wind's doing weird things, so don't know what's going to happen with the wind, but it doesn't look like it's going to do anything bad, so we're just going to go for it and see how we go on. So just about completed our first 24 hours in the Barents Sea. I can't say it's been pleasant, because that would be a lie. It's been quite challenging. We've had a couple of mishaps with the boat as well, and had a little diesel spill from the heater that took some cleaning up. But we are 145 miles left to Björnøy. This is our living room. There's Jill sitting on the sofa. Lounging. She's watching a bit of telly.
Kitty-wake TV.
There's the telly. It's a really big screen, as you can see. It's there's only one channel, but it's a really good one. And you can see we are in our summer wear. Temperature and weather conditions in the Barents Sea are quite different to what they were on mainland Norway. Yeah, so it is quite cold, and there's a big swell, but the wind's dying down now. This young seagull has come and landed on the boat. I think he must be exhausted. We're a couple of 100 miles from land. and he's just been sitting there now for about half an hour. It took him 4 attempts to land, so he must be knackered. I think he's just sleeping now. It's just gone 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. We've been going since just after midday on Thursday. So what's that? That's a day and a half, 24, 30, 36 hours. And we are making quite good progress. We had a good sail at the beginning. At the minute we've moved into the centre of a low, so we've got pretty much no wind at the minute. Once we get across the centre of the low, we'll pick up the northeasterlies above it, and that should give us a good sailing wind to get the rest of the way up to Svalbard. We're currently about halfway. So we're just south of Bjørnøy. You can see Norwegian mainland in the bottom there and Svalbard at the top. This is a new device for this trip. This is an Iridium Go satellite communication. So with this one I can download weather information in the middle of the ocean through satellite. So this is the grid files downloading at the minute. Take a few minutes or half an hour, and then we'll see what the updated weather forecast looks like. I like to have a bit of an old school feel to the boat, so I still using paper charts, not for plotting or navigation anymore, but I do use them for recording. So the idea being that if everything does pack in, which I doubt it ever would, but if it did, then at least we've got something on paper that we can use to know where we are and work our way home. So this is the plot that we had. So this is Skjerøy, where we left, and this was our track. And we've basically been marking a plot every 3 hours as we've headed north. And this was the one I've just done there, so that was all 6:30 this morning. So that's where we are pretty much on now. So we've changed the course slightly. We're going to head directly north to come down the east side of Bjørnøy, and by then we should have northeasterly winds. So in that kind of direction. So that should give us either a close or a beam reach to take us up to the west side of Svalbard. And then once we get into the shelter of Svalbard, then we can either sail or we can motor into either an anchorage or into Longyearbyen. So this is the new grid file. So hoping to be off Bjørnøy in about 8 hours. So it puts us about there, gives us 14 knots. And then we'll be tracking up towards Svalbard up this way. And you can see, so if I put that in the middle, so we've got, as we look at the days moving on, so this is an hour at a time, pretty steady winds around about the 20 to 25 knot mark, and then we'll have light winds to be able to motor into Svalbard. So that's the captain's log. According to me, I guess, at 6:30 on Saturday morning. Good morning, Randy. How are you today?
Rise to shine.
How are you, Gimmet?
Oh, good enough for country work.
So it still snows up here. We are 35 miles west of the South Cape of Svalbard. Finally the wind's died, but it has headed us a little bit. But that was the, I think, probably the most challenging passage I've ever had. That was it was forecast for 25 and we had up to 30 and some pretty big seas. Oh, now the steering's doing funny things again. We are at anchor on Svalbard after probably 3.5 of the most grueling sailing days I've ever had. And I'm sitting here and I can hear glaciers cracking in the mountains and the sound echoing through the valleys. It's quite incredible. Not much to see now, it's a bit misty. But just to give you an idea. I say the morning, it's the afternoon. We've slept for about 10 hours. So, looking to the north, there's an enormous glacier coming down to the sea, and I can see a carving edge. I don't know if you can see that. Carving edge of the glacier there. Looking this way, there's another glacier. Two glaciers on my breakfast. mountain views. So this is the course that we're going to work our way around today. We're going to head a little bit south, only about 10 miles to another secluded anchorage, hopefully. This one's not as nice as it was last night, so we're going to get going pretty soon.
Get the pin in, I can't, it's too far up now.
Okay,
to get the pin in.
okay, that's fine.
Is that okay?